Welcome back to my channel. I've got another exciting craft for you. Have a look at this colourful felt fish. How adorable is this? Let me show you everything I used for this craft and the stencil I created. Off camera, I went ahead and cut out all the little bits I needed. So I needed 2 fish shapes, I needed the scales, different colours, and I needed the eyes. So here's what my shapes look like. As you can see, I've got rainbow scales, I've got my 2 fish pink shapes, I've got a white and a black bit for the eye. Let's start on the front of the fish and start sewing in the white part of our eye using some white thread. After this, we're going to add on the black part of the eye using some black thread. I want to use the remaining thread to add a little smile on the fish, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that here. Now that's the base done, we're going to move on to the scales. On the scales, I want to add some shiny sequins, so I'm going to get my purple one, add on some sequins there. Here's just me laying it out to see how it will look. And then with my needle and thread, I'm going to go ahead and sew the sequins in. Here's how I'm attaching my sequins. So I'm using a white thread and I'm going to go around like this to make sure it's secured on properly. And I'm just going to repeat those steps until my scales are done. Here I have all my scales that I did off camera, and now we're going to sew them onto the base of our fish. We're going to start off with the smallest scale, and as you can see, I'm just going around the straight edge here. And then once that's done, get your second color and then repeat the same steps. Then I've got my green color. I'm going to repeat the same steps. Make sure they're sort of in the center. And as I'm doing this, you can really see it starting to come together onto my blue scales. And then lastly, my purple ones. Of course, you can pick any color combinations you like. For me, I just wanted a super colorful fish. So here I'm finishing off my purple scale. I like the way it's looking, but let's clean it up a bit. Turn your fish around and cut off any excess scales. So I'm just using my pink fish template to use this as an outline to help me figure out the bits I need to cut off. And here's how it should be looking after that, a lot more like a fish. I also wanted to add on some seed beads. You don't have to, but I'm going to quickly glue these on the edges here to hide my stitching. And then I'm going to carefully pick up my beads and add them on one by one. With this project, you can really unleash your creativity with so much more sequences, colors, beads, or you can even have more aesthetic fish where they're all similar colors, and I think that would look really pretty as well. I'm just going to finish this off here, and I think after this I will go ahead and add some more beads on the tail. I'm quite happy with how my fish looks now, so let's go ahead and stitch both sides together. I'm going to line them up together, make sure it's not wonky because you want your fish to look nice and neat on the edges. And then get your needle and thread and start sewing the edges together. When you reach the end of the tail here, what we're going to do is just add in a bit of stuffing in that little edge, because it can be tricky to get the stuffing in there towards the end. So here you can see I'm putting my stuffing in there and using my scissors to help me push it in there. And then let's carry on stitching our fish together. And when you finish the other tail, make sure you add some stuffing in that corner as well. Continue putting your fish together, but leave some gap, because with that gap what we're going to do is add the rest of the stuffing in. So over here I'm just going to fluff it up nicely, use my scissors to help me out, and then just complete that little section here, and then continue stitching my fish together. When I get to the end here, all I'm going to do is put my needle through the middle somewhere and pull it from the back, and then cut that thread off. I'm really pleased with how this looks, and if you want to do other sea crafts, then you can head to my channel where I've got a felt crab as well. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel for more amazing crafts, and leave a comment for any ideas that you might have for my future videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on my next craft video.